We should be saving something. There's a rule principle, 10, 10, 80. 10 to God, 10 to saving, and 80 else can go with everybody else. Let them split it up. We got to be committed to do something. And that's even with me and Pastor in our life. We understood that when we said that we were committed to one another, even in our marriage, any argument, we kind of feel like it's a waste of time, because at the end of the day, we know we're going to be together. So now that situation that we're going through is like,
Yeah. Me being up here today is commitment.
That's right.
I could have let her have this. But I'm committed in this season to deliver a word, man, to do what God called me.
Somebody asked Pastor to go to Las Vegas
this week for free.
Free trip.
Amen.
They paid the whole thing, plane ticket, everything. Hey, Pastor, you want to go? Another pastor friend, they went to Vegas. They were doing some vision casting and all that stuff. They called Pastor on Wednesday, I believe. Texted him, said, hey man, flight leave out tonight. Can you go? Pastor called me and said, babe, I would love to, but I gotta get this van. I gotta get this tag for the van. I got stuff to go. I'm excited about 3D Church.
Amen.
We got a set of blessed drums that someone gave us. Don't y'all see
these
those
are brand new drums.
They're brand
we
new.
just took the tags off of this morning. Somebody donated this to the church.
Woo! Glory be to God.
$8,000 drum set.
Oh, that's a good place to praise.
Glory.
She said, I got to be committed enough that since someone blessed me with free drums, I at least got to be committed enough to set them up.
Amen.
Amen. That's commitment.
Faithful over few, rule over
many.
God's word. So we're going to move along. We'll get out of here. We don't commit because of options. Many of us got too many options. We got too many options, man. Facebook, you got that dude in your inbox, you know it. Y'all women be having too many dudes in y'all inbox, man. That stuff is scary. What's up with these dudes, man? I'm sorry, I'm just running my mouth. I be seeing her stuff. I'm like, where's your game, man?
Why did you throw me all under the bus?
I had more swag than that when I was in the game. I'm just saying, I don't know that bad. These dudes there's some
So fair
desperation.
warning, y'all. We have an open book.
Oh, yeah.
My stuff is on his phone. His stuff is on my phone. We just keep it like that. That way we
That
ain't
ain't
got no problem.
good for everybody.
It's not. Only if you
We
can
cool.
handle it. We cool. That's like my best friend. So whatever, if somebody hit me in my inbox, just know that the pastor has saw it.
I don't look at them stuff though. See, we don't even use it though. To have it, though, I don't use it. I still don't use it.
Right. And he don't say nothing. He just
These dudes are funny though. I do see some of that though. Sometimes. I don't look at it though. But I see it.
and it's so bad.
What's wrong with them?
He be like,
People don't commit because of number 2, fear, man. Fear of failure, man. Fear of failure, man. Some people won't even get committed. They won't even get married because they're afraid that they can't be a good spouse. Fear, man. Fear will keep you from commitment.
that's right.
Other people's opinion. Fear of other people's opinion.
That's
What they
right.
gonna say if I commit to them? If I commit to this church, what they gonna say about me?
That's right.
Man, I'm leaving this to do what God called. I feel God, but man, I can't commit because I'm afraid of what people gonna say. Just saying, commitment, man. Why do we need to commit? Number 1, stability. Someone else is depending on you right now. There's somebody connected to you right now that's dependent. Their salvation is dependent upon your obedience, man.
That's right.
Woo, when you commit to God, man, you commit to His call in your life.
That's
you commit
right.
to everything that comes with the territory, everything, the good, the bad, the ugly. You commit to all of that.
That's right.
So, go ahead.
I wanted to say this with options, right? And my auntie gave me a scenario a long time ago when I was like in high school. I was dating, and she wouldn't allow me, or my mom wouldn't allow me to talk to more than one boy on the phone. Like that was just their rule. They would say, "Hey, one boy at a time," and even if there's no such thing as, "Oh, that's just my friend." If you talk to him and he's just your friend, then that need to just be your only one friend. I was a senior, and she broke it down like this. She said, when you say, "Oh, that's just my side piece," or "That's just my spare," if you think of that, and you always thinking about a car, if you had a spare, you know how the spare is just like the entire, not like the little spare you have, but some of us have like the entire tire is our spare. It's the same tire, it's shaped the same, it's just in the back of our car. Now the reason why we're kind of loose on riding, we're gonna hit every pothole. We don't really care what kind of nails we run over, because in the back of our mind, we know we have a spare. So we reckless with our relationships because we feel like we have another option. It's always there. So a lot of times in life, That's the reason why the millennials, we can't commit, because we feel like, oh, if I mess up here, then I got another option right here. And I told Pastor, I was talking to him yesterday, and I said, man, it's a friend of ours, man, that was prophesying. I mean, he was on fire for God. And he's putting the most ridiculous stuff on his page, and I just can't believe it. But it's because he had too many options. Wow. He feels like there's something else out there for him, so he is recklessly driving his spirit man everywhere because he feels like he has another spare. So I ask you today, get rid of the spare. Get rid of the other option so that you can focus in on the main thing. That's right. Get rid of the other option. The other option can be a job. The other option can be another person. The other option can be putting your faith in the wrong things. The other option can be money. Sometimes we put too much faith in money. It's just paper. I promise you. So get rid of the spare. Get rid of the spare.
So we discussed connection, having connection. We talked about the light. We talked about committing. And our last point is carry. We have to be vision carriers. We have to be vision carriers, not just the vision of this church, but the vision in our home and the vision of God on our life, what he set forth for us to do. Matthew 28:19 reads, go therefore and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit. Now, this is the last thing I'm going to say. This was the first thing God said to Adam when he created Adam was, be fruitful, multiply, replenish. Now, Jesus died, third day rose again. The last words that ever came out of his human mouth were, go forth, make disciples to all the land. Obviously, if my daddy's on his deathbed and he's laying there, he said, come here, I got to tell you something. He know he about to check out of here. I got to tell you something. Come here, listen. Go forth, make disciples to all nations. Be fruitful, multiply, replenish. Everything that I've taught you, you teach them. And that's what God said. Obviously, that's the most important thing that he's ever said to us. That's the first commandment that he ever gave. First command he gave anybody. And the last command, Son of Man, Son of God, Jesus Christ gave man. The first and the last, Alpha, Omega. That has to be important. When Noah created the new world, he told the same thing to Noah, is to be fruitful, multiply, replenish. It is our God-given duty to bring people to him. That is the number one thing we do. If you ever want to please God, man, give him the greatest commission he gave you. Honor him, man. People should be pouring into this place every Sunday to meet God, man. Point blank, period.
Right. So, evangelism has to become our lifestyle. It just can't be something that we do. It has to be something that we actually become. It's who we are. So every day it should be, hey man, how are you? Do we even speak to people? Hey man, come on, Holy Spirit, get me in my job. Hey, good morning, how are you? Are you okay? Everything all right in your life? Hey, you have somewhere to worship? I invite you out to 3D Church. Simple. Just to make sure that person, even if you don't invite them out to 3D Church, the fact that you invited them out to anywhere. You going to church? Are you getting Christ? You need prayer? Is there anything I can help you with? That's evangelism. Man, I just want to make sure you're all right. If anybody in here knows me, that's probably 9 times out of 10 how you met me in here, right? That's right. Me just saying, hey, are you okay? Can I pray for you? Anything you need? We have to put on the spirit to care about other people before we care about ourselves. Take yourself out of the way first and say, man, I'm going to stand in the gap for someone else. It's somebody in here that just put them in your mind. Somebody in your family, it may be a friend, it may be a coworker that you know that you need to touch. Someone that you know that needs Christ right now. They might not have it all together, and you're saying, Lord, well, I don't know how to actually approach them. I don't know what to say to them. Get them in your head. Speak it, and it shall come to pass. Get in and say, Lord, I see that person, and the next time I see them, I make sure that I give them salvation. It could be your mailman. It could be the person, the cashier at the register every single day that you go on Sunday morning and pick up your fried chicken from Publix. Be that person. Just just say, Lord, help me to gain the right relationships. Help me to connect to the right people, Lord God. Help me to give this free gift that you have given to me to someone else. I don't want to keep it all to myself. It wouldn't be right if I keep it to myself. Help me to connect to those relationships that are going to be positive, Lord God. Help me to connect to those people, Lord God, that are going to feed into me, Lord God. Help me to connect to those relationships that are going to keep me accountable to your word. A lot of times we try to do it alone, and God is not giving us the ability to do things that we have to do alone. He's put you here at 3D Church so that you can connect with the right people, so that you can be strong, so that you can have the people that you need in your life to help you go to the places that you need. Get this, every relationship that God will introduce you in 2017 will be God ordained. It's a reason for that person being in your life. Don't place them in the wrong position. A lot of times we place people in the wrong position. We put them in places they don't need to go. So right now as we come to your throne, Lord God, everybody's standing, Hallelujah, Jesus. Saying, Lord God, I know I can do better with giving your light, Lord God. I know I can do better with letting my light shine, Lord God. I know I can do better with sharing the love of Christ. If it was you this morning that we talked about connecting and letting your light shine, come down and meet me here. If it was you today and you know that you need to be connected to the right type of people, come down right today so that we can pray, we can stand in agreement